You can't tell me Central Air wouldn't be nice.
That would be awesome.
Just blowing you all day.
I'd love to get blown all day.
We are recording.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast that
blows you all day.
Blows you all day. We're like a cool, calming breeze for you all day.
Yeah.
I am Tara.
I'm Sean.
And I was at a loss for words for just a few moments because of the blowing. If I'm being honest. Oh.
Blow me down.
Yeah. So I had like, have you ever had those a moment where like it occurs to you and you just sit there and you go, this is the nerdiest I've ever felt in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Nerds.
Yes. I gotta tell you, I was in physical therapy, and there was a I want to say young man, but he looked like he was about 18, 19.
Yeah, that's
young man. There's a place you can go. Physical therapy. I don't know how many people.
Me 10 sets of 30.
I don't know how many people knew what we were just talking about. Comment below if you understood that. So they do like a Spotify thing. They'll throw on like a channel. Sometimes it's classic rock, sometimes it's country. When it's country, I so want to hurt myself because I'm like, oh God. It's just like I can dig different types of music. Mm-hmm. I've just never been in like a country mood where I've been like, I want to jam to some country right now. That's just not my world.
Over the years, I wasn't really into country.
Yeah.
But like years back when I used to go to Cosmic Bowling.
Yeah.
They would play country music during it. And you know me, I always listen to the drums first. And
those are not two things that I would pick to go to. Cosmic Bowling and country music. Mm-hmm.
But Timberlanes did it.
Oh, wow. Timberlanes.
They
wow.
still do it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just so
I started liking it then.
Oh, all right. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes.
Smooth world.
So
sometimes that gets cut off.
Oh, I don't like when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're gonna play the end theme, play the end theme all the way. I used to love like when they would do Welcome Back, Kotter, and you would get like a bonus like 10 seconds of the song at the end.
While you're watching that little guy going down the street on the bike.
Oh my God, yes!
He makes the turn and still's going.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, where's he going? This is so interesting. I don't know anything about his life.
And we never will. There he goes.
No, there he goes. The song fades out.
Dreams are your ticket out.
So there was a young man in there, and he must have requested this, but they were playing Disney music. Like songs from Disney.
Whole new world.
Yes. They were playing Aladdin when I walked in, but it wasn't that song. It was the song where he's running from the thief. Where he's running from the guys who want to catch him, and he's like, one jump ahead of the da-da. You know, like, if you've seen Aladdin, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And he is sitting there doing his physical therapy exercises, and he is singing very loudly. I would not pull that wire if I were you. And he is singing very loudly to, like, the music. Right?
Right.
You're good now.
Thanks.
And he knew every single song that came up. And I was like, wow. And they were then they kind of started talking about princesses, right?
Oh.
Very dainty. So one of the therapists looks at me and goes, oh, Tara, who's your favorite Disney princess?
As if you're 7.
I know. So I was like, well, I don't really have one. I was growing up, I was more into Warner Brothers than Disney. And she goes, oh, that's fair. And I said, well, actually, I guess Princess Leia would be the best Disney princess that they got. I mean, she was hardcore. She could shoot a gun. I mean, she took on the
Take
Empire.
charge.
She took on the Empire. You can't be a wuss and take on the Empire.
She killed Jabba the Hutt.
She led the resistance. She did kill Jabba the
Yeah.
Hutt. And then she
Choke that bastard out.
So I'm listing all these things because I'm ultra nerdy. And she's looking at me and she's like, "Okay, I'll
I'll give you
accept."
that.
Like, no, she's like, "I'll accept that answer." And she looks at me and she goes, "I've just never seen Star Wars." And my jaw dropped. And I was like, "What? You've never seen Star Wars? Why?"
What the hell is wrong with you?
I know. I wanted to just be like, I wanted to shake her and be like, "What is wrong with you?" But
Come to my friend's house Monday night.
I know. But I was like, wow, I'm in danger of being like uber nerd in this thing. So I was like, I better shut up. So I made up in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna shut up. And then she goes, "Yeah, I just never got around to it." And then she goes, "I never got around to those Lord of the Rings movies either."
I never did. Well, I saw one.
Unfortunately, in my dating life,
You did.
I had to for a gentleman that I was dating.
forced and it sucked.
Yeah, I had to for a gentleman that I was dating. And you know what? We ended up breaking up, so, I mean, clearly he has horrible taste in movies.
Your precious movie.
Yeah, so I looked at her and I was like, "Don't watch Lord of the Rings." And she goes, "Well, you didn't like it?" And I was like, "They're really, really, really long."
Really?
I was like, "You can maybe watch one a day because they're about 15 hours long." She's like, "Yeah, they're really long." She goes, "I just haven't had time to sit and watch them." And then the guy physical therapist looks at it and goes, "She's right. They're really long. Don't watch them." He's like, they're just awful movies. I was like, "Good." I was like, "So you've never seen Star Wars, but you agree with me. The Lord of the Rings is horrible."
They're so long, you're like, "Okay, Joe, we're on disc 10
Yeah,
out of 16. Woo!
yeah.
We're getting there."
Put on the next disc. We'll make it through. That's like in the old, what was it? Scarface and The Godfather. If you got it on, like, VHS, it came with, like, 2 cassette tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to have the double cassette.
Titanic was like
Oh,
that
my
too.
God. What a... Oh.
The first tape ended
Yeah.
right after they hit the iceberg.
Oh. Leave you hanging is what they're doing.
Yeah, they leave you in the scene where they're all looking at the blueprints.
Isn't it almost over at the point that the ship is sinking? Couldn't they have squeezed all that in?
No.
No? Alright, fair enough. So, okay. So, we had a lot of movie stuff, related stuff tonight, but to just round out this whole
Today,
thing.
Junior.
I know, just to round out this whole thing. Somehow,
Some way.
they got on the subject of E.T. And the guy, physical therapist, let's call him Tim. So Tim looks at me and goes, "Oh, I'm not sure that I've seen E.T." And I'm like, "What is wrong with you people?"
It's been out since '82.
I was like, "Do you people get out at all? What do you watch? What do you
Live
do?"
on a rock.
Exactly. I was like, "E.T.'s been out forever."
Yeah.
And he goes,
It's been re-released a couple times on DVD.
"Yeah." So he goes, "I don't understand it." And I said, "What about it do you not understand?" And he goes, "Why was he there? Why was he there to begin with?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Earth. Why did he come to Earth?" And I was like, he was with his people. They came down, they were poking around, and then they were like, "We gotta go." And
He
fucking...
didn't make it.
And Jeff was left off the ship. He was just roaming around looking for fruits and berries or Skittles or something. He's like, "I want some Reese's Pieces." I didn't get back on the ship.
Yum.
And then he goes, "Does he die?" And I said, "No. Elliot saves him."
Almost dies at one point. He's so gray.
He does almost die.
Like white.
Yeah. So then Tim
The sad
goes...
part of the movie.
So then Tim goes, "Oh, well, I think I remember how he goes home." And I said, "How does he go home?" And he goes, "Oh, do his people come back for him?" And I said, "Oh, yeah." And he goes, "And then they destroy Earth." And I went, "What fucking version of E.T. are you watching? I want to see that director's cut. I want to see
Well,
that
Spielberg,
director's
give us
cut.
that one.
Seriously, Spielberg?" I was like, "That actually sounds like a better ending." They're all angry and they come and they're like, "Choo choo choo, pew pew pew, pew pew."
E.T. gives Elliot that hug and then he snaps Elliot's neck.
Oh, great.
He drops and then he grabs...
Rips the hoodie off his body, puts it on.
Grabs his
Like
sister by the
skin?
throat and squeezes her trachea. And
Nice. Or better yet, does the
his
Darth Vader?
His finger lights up and he just burns it right into her stomach.
Oh, third degree from E.T.
Oh, here's your remake.
Yeah, seriously.
Want to reboot E.T.? That's how you do it.
They're redoing everything, right? Sorry, and that sounds awful. I mean, they're just redoing everything. Oh! I got super excited this week because Jason Reitman posted that Paul Rudd is going to be in Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters movie. I'm very excited. I don't know what part he's going to play. I don't care. I'm in. I was like, this is going to be great. I'm already more excited for this than whatever that piece of shit that they did years ago.
3 years.
Yeah. Sorry. I know some people are indifferent, some people hated it, some people liked it.
I'd like to know who would be on board right now.
Yeah?
If Jason Reitman wasn't working on it. If it's someone else.
Well, if it was frickin' Paul Feig, or whatever, however you pronounce his name.
We'd have to kill him.
There was no way he would have got a second shot because Sony hated working with him through the whole thing.
Hated it.
They really did. They were like, you kind of suck.
Welcome to Man on Film.
Speedo.
2 snaps and a twist. For those of you that remember...
oh, that's Living Color.
Yeah,
Living Color, yeah.
Living Color.
Wow.
Welcome to Man on Film.
There's a lot that they did in Living Color that
you can't do now.
there was no way they'd be able to do now.
Nope.
No way. At all.
They were at the right place at the right time.
I guess. Yeah.
No.
Although, you know how that goes. What else did I heard? Oh, boy. Let me tell you folks something, right? Every year, Sean and I do this thing about Comic-Con, where we go, should we go? And if we go, who are we going to see? So they announced.
A big one.
Yes.
Big
they
name.
announced. Now, last week, I think it was, they announced Beverly D'Angelo, right? And then the next day, it was Anthony Michael Hall. And then, what's her name? Dana Barron? Barrows?
Barron?
Whatever her name is.
Dana B.
The young Audrey. They announced her.
Original.
Right. And I sat there and I said to myself, wouldn't it be cool if they could get Chevy? And then I said, there's no way he'd do a Comic-Con. No way. Lo and behold, this week, they announced Chevy Chase.
Woo!
Coming to Comic-Con. I went, OMG.
Shit.
And I texted Sean and I was like, I think I have to go to Comic-Con now. And I was like, he better not cancel. He better not be my Gutenberg. He better not be my Gutenberg. Every time Sean has tried to see Steve Gutenberg has canceled his appearance. Deuces. Mm-hmm. Twice he's done that to you.
Yeah. It would have been nice if he didn't cancel when I saw Michael Winslow.
Right.
Because it would have been nice to meet them both at the same time.
Yeah.
No.
I think, you know what? I think if they're going to cancel, they better have a damn good reason. Seriously. So now I'm afraid, right? Because I'm like, I know I should get tickets before it's a problem. Right? But in my head, I'm thinking, if he cancels, I'm stuck with tickets. And I'm like, I don't know the odds that... Because they're still announcing. Because the Rhode Island Comic-Con is not until November. Like the beginning of November.
The second weekend.
So, I mean, we have plenty of time. And it's like... Oh. I just... Yeah. I know. And I want... I mean, they haven't really had anybody that's excited me yet. This is the first time that I've been like, oh, Comic-Con! Oh, shit! I may have to go! So, you know what I would love?
Michael Keaton!
I gave an audible squeak for Michael Keaton! I would adore it if they got Michael Keaton, but that is not what I was going to say.
That would be pissa.
That would be amazing. There's no way I'd be able to... With my social anxiety, there's no way I'd be able to beat Michael Keaton. I don't know how I'm going to do Chevy Chase. I'm probably not. It's either going to be you or my husband who's going to end up getting something signed for me, because there's going to be no way I'm going to be able to try Chevy Chase. I love Fletch. He's amazing. John Cocktoasted. So, but what I was going to say is the big get that I would like to see, and I probably won't, is Mark Hamill.
Ham!
Moo! Mm-hmm. Mark Hamill.
Yep. That'd be as big as Keaton.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who would get a bigger draw? Interesting. Would it be Michael Keaton or would it be Mark Hamill?
Probably Mark.
Ooh.
I'd hate to say it, but probably Mark.
You think Mark would get a bigger draw than Michael Keaton?
Yeah, Star Wars over Batman?
Come on, though. He's Michael Keaton.
I know.
Mm.
That's how we think.
We are not the only ones who have the Keaton love. I'm telling you. He's adored by many. He's a treasure, is what he is. As is Mark Hamill, which is why I'm so conflicted. I don't know. I think their lines would be equally annoying and long. Seriously.
We'd be about 3/4 on the way back.
Oh, God. That would be a painful stand. You're like,
Mark!
oh.
Mark! I'll see you in 2 hours. Mark!
Hey, Michael! Gung-ho, buddy. Gung-ho. Mike? Can I call you Mike? I've been in this line for 8 hours. I'm calling you Mike.
If we ever got to meet Michael Keaton, I'd be like, I can't start to tell you how many times we mentioned you on our podcast.
Sean is immediately groveling.
We've had 200 and something episodes, and we mentioned you a lot. In one way or another.
At least once or twice a month.
We used to always just shout him out just for no reason.
I know, it was like our baby Tourette's. We would just have like these Tourette's moments where we'd just be like, Michael Keaton! He's fun.
Yeah.
He's fun. Last year they had the, what was that? Did they have Tim Curry last year?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Yeah.
If he's there this year, I like to meet him.
There was a lot of confusion about last year because I don't think he signed anything. You had to pre-order his SIG.
I think it was like a photo op thing only, though.
Mm. I'm not sure about that. But I was like, So, you can get a group op with all of the National Lampoon Vacation people, which is fine, right? Mm-hmm. And then I saw today they posted you can get your photo taken with the family truckster. And I was like, it's a station
wagon. You're going to travel across country. This is the vehicle to do it.
There's a vehicle to do it. With his big-ass eyebrows. Yeah. Eugene Levy.
He's had all his life.
Eugene Levy, yeah. Hey, this is the one you want. Yeah. And I was like, it's a station wagon, though. There's really nothing special about it. Having said that, if it's like $5 or less, I'd do it. I'd do it. A selfie or something, though. I don't want to, like, be standing there, like... I don't know. Photos get weird. I know!
The crazy thing some people do.
Please let the thumbs up be the thing. So we do the first 20 or so minutes on YouTube. It used to be live, but we can't do it live anymore because YouTube sucks.
We need subscribers.
I know.
We need the views.
I know. We need a street.
We need help.
We need a street team. Where's the street team? Radio stations get a sweet street team. We need a street team. Work. So you can watch the YouTube video. If you do, and we made you smile at all, you can like, subscribe, hit the bell. I don't know what any of the things would be in the thing. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. It'd be sweet. That'd be, you'd be a real peach. You'd be a peach. So, for the YouTube video people, you can check out the entire show on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Play.
Playtime.
You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we're also on Tumblr for some reason.
I'll tumble for you.
I'll tumble for you. And we posted. I'm gonna tell Sean because he doesn't know. We posted Because because we do the podcast and we also do like Urbex stuff, and we posted little baby clips of the when we went to Truro, the abandoned building where we heard the stuff. And one of the clips, I think, is when I heard something behind us, and I immediately doused the light because I'm like, we're just created a beacon for someone to find us. And then we're in the pitch black, and then all of a sudden you go, do you want to play a game? And I'm like, no, I don't want to play a game.
I love that moment.
It was either that, or I think either the other clip, or I was going to post when we were walking through, and somebody had they had taken all these light bulbs, and they were all over the floor. Like, you couldn't take 2 steps without stepping on shattered glass. Mm-hmm. And so we're walking, and it's like crunch, 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 crunch. And you turn to me and you're like, hey, shh. And I went, I can't. I can't shush. It's bad. It's really bad.
I just love that moment, though. It's so quiet. Want to play a game?
You want to play a game? No. I do not wish to play a game.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
I watched that video twice, and I just keep cracking up at that part.
Let me tell you something. Because when like the stuff gets edited, and that sits in my folder until it gets put up. So when it was posted, I hadn't seen it in probably 6 months. So I was watching it back, and there's no music. Sometimes we put like little background music to fill the silence because we're just walking around not saying nothing. There's no background. Sorry, I'm punching the mic. There's no background music at all because so much is. There's a lot that's happening in the video. We were kind of being followed or something, and I wanted to make sure if there was anything going on, people would be able to hear it. Because sometimes, like, people, like, you post a video up on YouTube, and people like, oh, did you notice at 2:03, like, something, blah, blah, blah? And it's like, no, I did not notice that. Thank you for showing me. So there's no background music or anything. It's just like us walking around. And I've completely lost my train of thought in the middle of the story. And I have no idea what I was going to say. Oh, my God. What was the point I was trying to make? I don't remember. Fuck. I'm old. I think that's the point I'm trying to make with this story, is that I'm so old, I don't remember what I'm saying anymore.
Where am I?
Exactly.
Who are you?
This is what it was. It was, thank God I remembered, because I'd be like, what? I'm useless.
I was just going to say, when you watch it, just have headphones on, turn the volume up.
Well, yeah, you guys could do that too. But the point that I was trying to make is that, like, I was watching it, and there's a point about midway when we're having an issues. We're hearing shit behind us, and it's like, oh my God. And when I finally had my breaking point in the video, and I'm like, oh God. My little oh God is so funny because it's like I'm so emotionally stressed at this point because there's so much happening, and I'm just like, oh God. And I just make a beeline for the door. I just turn to you and I'm like, I gotta get out of this building right now.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get out of here now. Oh, and I did.
I couldn't blame you on that one because it sounds like we're being followed by something.
It really did. And when I said, oh God, and I don't know how good you can hear it, I heard it well on the headphones. I use these when I edit. I heard it well on the headphones, but I don't know how good you can hear it on like the TV. But I marked everything that I was aware of. Do you hear like a lawnmower or something in your thing? Good. I'm like, what is that?
Might be
now?
a plane.
Huh?
I was thinking a plane.
I thought it was a lawnmower. Getting something I'm getting residual sound.
A lawnmower that looks like a plane.
Jeez Louise. So.
Gosh.
Exactly. So, yeah, so I heard a door. And it was fairly loud when it occurred.
Like a thump?
Yeah, well, no, it was like a door slamming. It was like, boom. and I immediately go like, oh God. Because we had been followed a little bit up to that point, and I know I'm talking about it a lot. You guys should just go watch the video, but it's just because it was so... we never experienced anything like that. At least I haven't. And it's like we were being followed, and I don't know what it was. And then I heard a door slam, and I just felt like like something was trying to box us in. And I got really nervous, and I'm like, I gotta go. Before, like, we're cornered.
We both went out.
I fucking ran.
Mm-hmm.
I ran.
Then I came out like a minute later. Now I went back in.
He went back in all by himself. I stood outside the door and did my little soliloquy. I'm just standing outside, and I thought I was whispering, although you can hear me quite clearly with your camera. I'm like, why am I yelling outside? Then I look at my footage, and I'm like, so anyway. And I'm like, Jesus, sounds like I'm yelling.
In my footage, it is.
I know.
I'm like videotaping, thinking to myself, will you shush?
No, because if something happened, I wanted to be recording. But I didn't want to just be recording nothing. That's weird. Be like, did you guys see? Nothing? Nothing? Then we got busted, but that wasn't on camera, so.
I watch both. The way I see it, to watch it is better with your video.
Yeah.
To listen would be better with mine.
Ah.
Because I have mic on my camcorder.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought they were both. Yeah, I mean, they were both good for their own different reasons. I guess. Super. So, we actually do have. Actually, do have some fun. Do you have anything? you got something over there. What is that? Are you weighing the content of your notes?
This feels a little thinner.
He literally just went like this.
This feels a little thinner.
Is it? What is it?
People called, how's my driving numbers?
Oh, boy.
How did it go?
You know, you see those trucks all the time, like, hey, how's my driving? Blah, blah, blah. I'm truck number 914. I was wondering, like, if anybody ever calls those.
I never do.
Yeah. I mean, normally they're driving too safely. And it's not like you can call and complain about that.
Actually, wait, that's a lie.
What?
I called once because the guy was driving like an asshole.
Oh!
I think, if I remember right, he cut me off, didn't look.
Oh, boy.
So I took advantage of that. And the supervisor I talked to said he's going to have a nice talk with him when he gets back.
Oh, boy. I actually have a quick related story before you dive into that.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew was driving down the highway, and he was behind this work truck, and it had one of those how's my driving numbers. And they had been exchanging... They were road raging each other, basically. All right? Now, I'm at least 60% certain that my nephew was not completely free of fault in this. But they were exchanging road rage things. So he goes, I'm going to call the 800 number. So he calls. The guy in the truck picked up the phone. And he's like, are you the asshole behind me? And my nephew's like, yeah, you're the asshole in front of me.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, the guy threw a wrench at his car.
I'd be calling the cops at that point.
I don't think he did. I was like, oh my God. Who gets that mad? They're throwing a wrench at you.
Well, you're right. I could use a hammer.
I know. I gotta go home and fix some shit. Can you throw some more tools at me?
Yes, bit of drill.
Yeah. So... Sometimes you call and you get the person that you're calling about. That makes it awkward.
Very.
Yeah. That would be my luck, by the way.
Right. First one.
Yeah?
I actually made a bumper sticker for my car that says, how's my driving? And it has my actual phone number.
Nice!
You're an idiot so far. About once a month, someone calls and is like, is this seriously the dude in the gray Lancer? And one time someone sent me a dick pic.
Oh my God! You're driving fantastic. Here's a penis.
You.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Next one is one sentence.
Okay.
I called to leave a complaint for no reason.
Oh. Well, that's not fair.
Called once on a semi who rolled down his window and proceeded to chuck 12 green glass beer bottles out. That combined with his swerving and the mountain road we were on made me fairly concerned.
Yeah. That's worth a phone call.
Mm-hmm. And a call to AA.
Jeez.
You got the 12-pack going out the window. They're all empty.
I'm making 2 phone calls on your behalf, son.
Next one's short, but turns out 1-800 eat shit wasn't the guy's employer after all.
Oh boy. Why would you fall for that anyway?
Because people can be idiots.
Yes, they can.
One time on my commute to work, this disability bus was tailgating me in the right lane. I was going 40 and a 30 and couldn't shake the dude.
Aw.
He decided to get into the left lane, then back over into the right lane in front of me. Except he almost clipped the front end of my new car, and I had to slam on my brakes. It was a good thing I was already on my brakes, because as soon as he was in front of me, he brake checked me.
Oh, I hate when people brake check.
I have no idea what I did to piss him off, or if he thought I was someone else. I had just bought the car and almost fucked it up driving like a jackass. Well, if you think about what you wrote, he's doing that because you weren't going fast enough for him.
I guess not.
That's why he was tailgating you and then went around you. Simple.
I suppose.
Durr.
Durr. That's something you don't hear enough. Durr.
I got cut off by a local cleaning company van. I honked. Dude flipped me off. Called the number later that day. Turns out the calls just go to the guy who cuts people off and flips them off. There you go.
Call and complain about a guy who flipped me up. Oh yeah, that was me. You want another one?
I'll do it to you every time, pal.
Yeah.
This company doesn't have one, but today a company vehicle was kind enough to do the following bullshit. I am driving in the left lane of a 3-lane interstate just past a few cars back, planning on passing the semi and getting over. He is behind the semi. He moves over into my lane with plenty of room. Didn't cut me off, plenty of space, no big deal. But doesn't start to pass the semi either. Then when I get up to him and he brake checks me hard, still has not started to pass the semi. Slowly starts to pass the semi, finally does.
Okay.
Finally gets over, and in big letters, and flips me off.
Oh.
The fuck? Why? So I'm like, you're in a company vehicle, driving like a lunatic, flipping people off. Yeah, I'm going to need a picture, maybe video. So I get over, slow down with my phone out, and he notices this and will not pass me now.
Ah, yes.
Just doesn't want to get recorded. Eventually, he has no choice, so I got the company name, logo, and his lovely angry face. I'll be calling the company and any higher-ups that I can get a hold of.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't get into an accident trying to film all this.
I know. That was a lot happening.
Dude looks like a lady. No, I'm kidding.
What?
Dude almost hits my buddy and I. So we called to let the company know this, that the guy was a terrible driver and should be tested. Turns out he was the owner, and that was his direct line.
Oh.
That didn't go well.
No.
We started yelling and cussing. I eventually hung up, but kept the numbers so I could occasionally ring him up. I only used it a few more times and only while drinking, but nothing was good as the first time.
Jeez.
Next.
Why would you keep calling? That's crazy.
Only when he drank.
Yeah.
Drunk. When he was drunk.
Drinking.
Yes.
Dude
was driving a Camaro like a total dick in fairly heavy traffic. When he cut in front of me, I saw for sale and a phone number stenciled on his rear window.
Oh.
I called the number. It was his mom.
Oh, a loophole.
She was very apologetic and promised this kid was a major shit.
Sorry, my kid's an asshole.
A couple hours later, I got a call from the kid saying how sorry he was. not a commercial vehicle, but who drives like an ass with their phone number on the vehicle. Way to go, Mom.
It's probably a bad idea to do that.
Especially if you're living at home.
Yeah.
My mom called one of those numbers and it actually went to the driver that was all over the road. He told her to call Obama. She didn't.
Oh. Well. Is he the solution to all the problems, or?
Maybe at the time.
I guess.
I called one from the passenger seat of an ambulance while my partner was driving. Well, that's good.
I actually thought they were in the ambulance. Like, they were...
In the back?
Yeah. I'm like, how are you bleeding and doing this at the same time?
I'm sure people are talented enough to do that.
I am not. I can't focus on bleeding.
I bet some people could be on their deathbed and they could still be able to text and do their selfies and shit.
Selfie before I die.
The power of the freaking phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Millennials!
Yeah. The truck was in front of us for almost 10 miles, refusing to pull over. I got an operator in India and got the impression they gave no fucks.
Oh, boy.
We got a call once saying one of our drivers had just cut someone off and has driven them off the road.
Ooh.
They said it happened about 30 minutes ago. I pull up the truck. He had been sitting for the past 24 hours because he was in the middle of a 34-hour restart. He must have had made someone mad and they were trying to get him in trouble.
Oh. That's
Liar!
That sucks. Don't call and lie about it.
Had that happened to another driver who was in the middle of a divorce. His wife would call and ask where he was, his exact location. Then she would call in on the reporting number to claim he was running red lights, etc.
Oh.
What a bitch.
Yeah, seriously.
He had worked in the office previously. She had worked in the office previously, and we recognized her voice on the phone calls.
Oh. Busted. Busted.
Skip the next two because they're big paragraphs.
Oh, yeah.
I got told, and quote, the satanic guy is murdering a chicken on the highway. He was right.
Okay. That's weird.
I called one once. The guy was all over a 2-lane road. So called the number. Later and explained. The lady who answered asked me if I knew the number of the truck. I said no, but that had been a sedan. There was a pause. Quote, oh, I know exactly who that would be. Thank you for calling us. We'll take care of it. Apparently a repeat offender.
Yeah, it's sad when they're like, oh, I already know who that is.
Oh.
He's the owner.
It's Jerry again.
Oh, good Jerry.
What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with trucks?
I got to get a number off the truck. I actually had the privilege of answering one of those. The driver was in a company pickup with a logo on the side, but no number. So this lady had pulled over, looked up our company, called the office, steaming mad, rattled off a license plate number, and said one of our drivers had pulled up beside her and started videoing her while driving. Well, apparently that is legal. From what one of the cops at my job says.
Yeah.
You are allowed to videotape somebody if you want. It's not illegal.
Mm-hmm.
You will need their permission. I lost my spot.
Busy giving life lessons in law over here.
I was appalled and transferred her to our company president. It's a very small company. Apparently she had been rocking out the music as she has every right to, and our idiot driver thought that she looked crazy and he drove next to her, took a snapshot video of her until she got freaked out and pulled over to get away from him. And he didn't think that was irresponsible or creepy at all.
Let me tell you, I see people on the highway all the time. And it's like, people forget, like, when they get, and I include myself in this thing. It's like, when you get in your car, you forget that other people can see you. right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you're like jamming, or you know, going over the argument you had in your head last week, and it's like, oh, fuck you, blah blah blah, and you're just doing whatever. You feel like other people can see what you're doing, and it's like, oh no, you saw that, didn't you? Ignore me! Ignore me!
Look!
Look over there!
Like McFly. Guys, what's that?
Every time.
My cell phone number, I'm assuming before it was mine, was assigned to someone with such a sticker.
Mm-hmm.
For about the first year, I'd get angry calls, never a good one. At first, I couldn't figure out how they got my number. All I get would be, motherfucker, you cut me off, and I hope that you get cut off in hell.
Oh!
Use your turn signal next time, you godless bastard.
Oh my god! Jeez!
And I wonder how, if there was no higher power, they were able to get a hold of my phone number.
Mm-hmm.
They'd almost always be yelling from the get-go, and always swearing, always anger, so there wasn't really any space for me to get a word in.
Driving brings out the worst in people.
After maybe 4 or 5 weeks, I started getting really upset.
I'm surprised they lasted that long. I think maybe 2-3 days tops for me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is going on airplane mode, and I'm never picking up the phone again.
Well, I'll be going back to the store. Like, I want a new number.
Yeah.
It wasn't a prank caller because I blocked the number and more would come. I thought maybe they would phone the DMV and get the number somehow. I wasn't sure, but I didn't think it was that bad at driving.
Mm-hmm.
Then I checked my answer machine and got, what nerve do you have to put up a how's my driving bumper sticker when clearly the answer is worse than disease shit?
Wow. What nerve do you have? I like that. Hey, what nerve do you have? All of them.
Eventually, the asshole took the sticker off his car, but not after pissing someone off so badly they called to yell at him/me about once a week.
Jeez. This poor guy.
You godless bastard.
Jeez, what nerve do you have? Exactly.
Let's give up to this one. I like how it starts.
Yeah?
Not me, but my dad.
Yeah.
He owns his own business and has his cell phone number on the side of his work van.
Mm-hmm.
He got a phone call a few years back from somebody who was pissed off saying that she was just cut off by the van. He had told her he has had a problem with the employee for some time and was going to fire his ass. Dad is the only employee. I'm stopping there. That's a good
one. I'm going to fire myself.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Woo! Vacation.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't hold it. Thank you guys so much. Once again, you can check out the full show on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play.
Playtime.
Playtime. You threw me with that one. You can follow us on social media. Oh my goodness, I'm all. Woo. Thank you guys.
Thursday is a woman. I'm already having hot flashes.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. Sean's got something to tell you. What was the... I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh, Scarecrow, I shall miss you most of all. Diablo.
Have a good everything. You see those numbers? Make a call and leave your own shit.
Leave your own shit.
Call him, motherfucker.